Long ago, in the lush, green kingdom of Umakis, there lived a powerful but feared queen named Adaaku. Her name, once associated with beauty and grace, had become synonymous with terror and cruelty. The people of Umakis whispered her name in fear, for Adaaku ruled with an iron fist and a heart as cold as the darkest night. Umakis was a land blessed by the gods with fertile soil, clear rivers, and abundant wildlife. The people were skilled farmers, hunters, and artisans who lived in harmony with nature. The kingdom had once been a place of joy, where laughter echoed in the air, and the people lived in peace. But all that changed when Adaaku ascended. Adaaku had not always been wicked. She was once a gentle princess, beloved by all. But her heart was poisoned by envy and ambition. Her mother, Queen Amoka, was a wise and just ruler, admired for her fairness and compassion. Adaaku, however, grew resentful of her mother's popularity. She longed for power and was willing to do anything to attain it. One fateful night, Adaaku sought out a powerful sorceress named Neka, who lived deep within the forbidden forest. Neka was known for her dark magic and her ability to grant the deepest desires of those who dared to seek her out. Adaaku, desperate to claim the throne, offered the sorceress a pouch of gold and her undying loyalty in exchange for a potion that would put her mother into an eternal sleep. Neka accepted the offer and gave Adaaku a vial filled with a thick, black liquid. This potion, Neka warned, will fulfill your wish, but it comes with a price. Your heart will be hardened, and the darkness you sow will consume you. Blinded by her ambition, Adaaku dismissed the warning and returned to the palace. That night, she poured the potion into her mother's evening tea. As Queen Amoka sipped the brew, her eyes grew heavy, and she fell into a deep, unnatural sleep. The palace healers could not wake her, and within days, Adaaku was crowned the new queen. With the crown upon her head, Adaaku's heart turned to stone. She began to rule with cruelty, imposing harsh taxes on the people and punishing those who dared to defy her. The once prosperous kingdom fell into despair as the people struggled to survive under her tyrannical rule. One morning, as the sun rose over the kingdom, Adaaku was sitting on her throne, admiring her reflection in a mirror made of pure gold. Her once kind eyes were now cold and calculating, and her face, though still beautiful, bore the marks of her cruelty. As she sat there, lost in her vanity, the old woman appeared before her. "Who are you, and how dare you enter my palace without permission?" Adaaku demanded, her voice sharp as a blade. The old woman bowed low, her voice trembling with age. "I am but a humble servant of the gods, your majesty. I have come to offer you a gift." Adaaku's eyes narrowed. She was not one to trust strangers, but the mention of a gift piqued her interest. "Speak quickly, old woman. What gift do you bring?" The old woman reached into her tattered robes and produced a small, intricately carved wooden box. She handed it to Adaaku with shaking hands. "This is a gift from the gods, Queen Adaaku. Inside this box is a mirror that will show you the truth." The old woman shook her head sadly. "It is no trick, Queen Adaaku. This is the truth. Your greed and cruelty have brought nothing but misery to your people. The gods are angry, and if you do not change your ways, you will lose everything." Adaaku, consumed by rage and fear, ordered her guards to seize the old woman. "Take her away and throw her into the deepest dungeon," she commanded. But before the guards could lay a hand on her, the old woman vanished, leaving behind only a faint scent of earth and flowers. The room grew eerily quiet, and for the first time in years, Adaaku felt a pang of fear. That night, as Adaaku lay in her grand bed, she could not sleep. The images from the mirror haunted her thoughts. She tossed and turned, but no matter what she did, she could not escape the faces of her suffering people. For the first time, she realized the true extent of the destruction she had caused.